catch us that if we are not receiving the love of Christ, it's hard to love one another. And that's why I said, regardless of what you're going through, He's there with you. He will never leave you. You know, you may be a woman in the middle of a divorce, wondering like, how could this have happened? How did I get here? But you know what? He loves you. And you may be a man thinking, how could I be in this place? How could I have lost my career? How am I going to be providing for my family? How did I lose my family? You know what? He loves you still the same. He will never leave you regardless of where you are. It doesn't matter if you've had an abortion. It doesn't matter if you were the one that was the drug runner in your city. It doesn't matter if you are the one that walked away from Him all those years ago. It does not matter. And I say this because in these days and times, we need to get that our government will not save us. We need to get that our neighbors may not be able to save us either, even though they might have some bread for us to eat. But that still does not change the fact that the only one that will be there is Jesus, period. And we really need to get that. And I want you to really just recognize that wherever you are, that He's there with you. He is there for you to share your deepest, darkest fears and doubts and anxieties. And He's there to walk with you, to remove and lift the load, to carry the burden so that you don't have to, so that you don't have to struggle and say, how am I going to pay rent this month? How am I going to get to work? How am I going to take my children to school? You know what? His word tells us that adding worry to your day doesn't add any extra hours to your day. And it's so very true, because there's nothing that your worrying is going to do but add stress to your years. And so when we look at this, it tells us that He laid His life down for His friends. Now recognize that it doesn't say His social media friends. It doesn't say that. And so that changes the contextual relationship that we have with Him. And my best guess is that you don't know all of your social media friends. And yet there Jesus is waiting for you to want that time with Him, because He considers you His friend. But you see,